The journey of this 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air began in a quiet, forgotten garage where time seemed to stand still. Once celebrated for its bold styling, sweeping chrome, and distinctive tail fins, the Bel Air had slowly faded from memory. Dust covered every surface, rust crept across the steel body, and years of neglect had taken their toll on nearly every component. The restoration team began by documenting every original detail before carefully removing the car from its decades-long resting place. A thorough cleaning exposed hidden damage, but also revealed the solid foundation that made this ambitious project possible. Each part was removed, labeled, and stored, ensuring the final assembly would remain true to the car's original design. The body was stripped to bare metal, where extensive rust repair began. Damaged panels were replaced, new steel was welded into place, and every repair was blended seamlessly into the surrounding metal. After countless hours of sanding and shaping, the Bel Air's elegant curves and iconic tail fins were restored to their original beauty. The first phase concluded with a flawless coat of epoxy primer, sealing the restored body and preparing it for its stunning two-tone finish. The Forgotten Chevrolet had taken its first major step toward becoming a showroom-quality classic once again. With the body fully repaired and sealed, the Bel Air entered the paint booth for one of the most exciting moments of the restoration. A carefully applied sealer created the perfect surface before the first layers of factory-correct tropical turquoise metallic paint were sprayed across the body. Almost immediately, the Forgotten Chevrolet began to resemble the elegant automobile that had captured attention in showrooms during the late 1950s. After several coats of turquoise paint, the upper body and roof were carefully masked for the second color. India ivory was sprayed with precision, creating the iconic two-tone design that defined the 1957 Bel Air. Every paint line was checked repeatedly to ensure perfect alignment between the colors. Several coats of premium automotive clear coat protected the finish while adding remarkable depth and gloss. Once cured, the paint underwent wet sanding and a multi-stage machine polishing process. Slowly, the reflections became sharper until the body displayed a deep mirror finish worthy of a concours-level restoration. While the exterior was transformed, another team focused on rebuilding the legendary Chevrolet 283 cubic inch V8. The engine was completely disassembled and every component carefully inspected. The engine block was cleaned, machined where necessary, and refinished in its classic Chevrolet orange. New pistons, bearings, timing components, valves, and seals ensured dependable operation while preserving the original character of the engine. The completed V8 was carefully lowered back into the restored engine bay, where polished chrome accessories and factory-correct details recreated the appearance of a brand-new Bel Air. Every hose, clamp, fastener, and wire was installed, with careful attention to authenticity. Next came the chassis. The suspension was rebuilt with new springs, control arms, steering components, and shock absorbers. The braking system received a modern four-wheel disc brake conversion for improved stopping power while remaining visually clean and tasteful. Stainless steel fuel lines, a new fuel tank, and a beautifully crafted dual exhaust system completed the mechanical restoration underneath the vehicle. Inside the cabin, the transformation continued, with beautifully upholstered turquoise and ivory bench seats, fresh carpeting, restored gauges, polished chrome trim, and a new factory-style wiring harness. The dashboard, steering wheel, and interior details reflected the craftsmanship that made the Bel Air one of the most admired American classics of its era. By the end of this stage, the Bel Air had evolved from a forgotten shell into a nearly complete automobile. Only the final assembly, first engine start, detailing, and road test remained before this timeless icon would return to the open road once again. The final stage of the restoration had finally arrived. Months of planning, fabrication, mechanical rebuilding, and meticulous craftsmanship had transformed a forgotten classic into something extraordinary. Every damaged panel had been repaired, every chrome component restored, and every mechanical system rebuilt with patience and precision. The polished grille, gleaming hood ornament, brilliant chrome bumpers, and elegant stainless steel trim were carefully installed one piece at a time. Fresh white-wall tires completed the unmistakable appearance that made the 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air one of the most recognizable cars in automotive history. Attention then turned to the engine. Fresh oil filled the rebuilt 283 V8. Coolant circulated through the restored cooling system, and every fluid level was checked one final time. The battery was connected, the fuel system was primed, and the workshop became completely silent. The ignition key turned slowly. The starter motor engaged. After only a few revolutions, the rebuilt V8 came to life with a smooth, confident rumble. The sound echoed throughout the shop, bringing smiles to everyone who had invested countless hours into the project. It was the first heartbeat this Bel Air had produced in decades. With the engine idling perfectly, final inspections confirmed that every system was functioning as intended. The steering responded smoothly, the upgraded braking system operated confidently, and the suspension settled exactly as designed. The restoration was no longer just visually complete. It was mechanically ready for the road. The detailing team then spent hours perfecting every surface. The two-tone paint was polished until it reflected the surrounding lights like a mirror. Chrome trim sparkled from every angle, the glass became crystal clear, and the interior looked as though it had just left the Chevrolet showroom in 1957. Every badge, every piece of stainless trim, and every interior detail reflected an unwavering commitment to authenticity. As the workshop doors slowly opened, warm morning sunlight poured across the Bel Air's flawless bodywork. The tropical turquoise and India ivory paint glowed brilliantly, while the polished chrome captured every ray of light. Slowly, the restored Chevrolet rolled forward under its own power, leaving behind the workshop that had given it a second life. Returning to the old countryside garage where the journey began created the most emotional moment of all. Standing proudly in front of the weathered building, the Bel Air demonstrated just how dramatic a complete restoration can be. The split-screen comparison between the abandoned wreck and the finished masterpiece told a story without words, a story of patience, craftsmanship, and respect for automotive history. The first road test was a celebration of everything the restoration team had achieved. The rebuilt 283 V8 delivered smooth power, the suspension glided comfortably over the pavement, and the timeless styling attracted admiration everywhere it went. More than 60 years after it first captured hearts, the Bel Air once again represented the elegance and optimism of its era. This project reminds us that restoring a classic automobile is about far more than repairing old parts. It is about preserving history, honoring the craftsmanship of previous generations, and ensuring that future enthusiasts can continue to appreciate these remarkable machines. Thank you for joining us on this complete restoration journey. If you enjoyed watching this transformation from forgotten relic to showroom masterpiece, subscribe for more full-length restoration films and share which classic vehicle you'd like to see rescued next. Another forgotten legend is already waiting for its chance to shine again.